Welcome back, Warhammer fans. I'm happy to bring you another battle report against some demons this time. We're playing 2,000 points, pitched battle, and it should be a good one. This list that I made and brung for this particular game, I knew I was going to play demons before I played, and we both tailored our list just a little bit. Um, Mine, I decided to go with a magic heavy list this time around. So, as you can see here, I took a Vampire Lord, level 4, a Black Pepperette, Master of the Black Arts, and Shield of Plutos. Now, this build is something I wouldn't ever take in a tournament, but the shield gives me a +1 armor save. The Master of Black Arts allows me to reroll the winds of magic, and I can store dice in each phase if I need to. So, and then my heroes, I took 2 White Kings. Both of them have 4 up save. One took the Rod of Flaming Death, the other one took the Staff of Damnation, and then my level 2 Necromancer, which is taking vampires as well, also took the Cursed Book. So there's a lot of bound spells, a lot of dice being used, and it's really cheap, but it's really effective stuff that's going to be going down. And here's just some simple troops that are brought. So this is pretty standard for me now. I've just been taking 60 zombies, 40 skeletons, and then going from there. Because honestly, in the battle of attrition, which is how you're supposed to play with vampire counts, you need to bring just bodies. So a solid unit of 60 zombies is always the first thing that comes out. If it's 750 points, 60 zombies is coming out first. So, and then make my skeletons survivable, ham up and shield, and I gave them the Lichbone Pendant, which basically makes them, they have Magic Res 1, so they're even more survivable if they get hit by a magic missile or something crazy. M40 Graveguard, and Banner of the Barrows, Corpse Cart, because I had exactly 92 points left over after everything else was said and done, so I just threw a Corpse Cart down. And that was actually a good idea, because you can have so much support from a Corpse Cart. For any other Vampire Counts players out there, I can tell you, Corpse Carts do not go into combat. If you do not send them into combat unless it's like absolutely necessary for some reason, because Corpse Carts are not supposed to go into combat. They're support vehicles, So this is what she brung. Now this isn't everything, but she's got I think right at 20 pink horrors, and she's got a herald in there. She's got 30 bloodletters with a herald. Her demon prince is set up. He can fly, and he's supposed to be really good in combat. I didn't ask her for her list, but it was he's can reroll to hit and reroll to wound somehow, and he has fly. And I think she said he was a little bit more than he was right at about a fourth of her army, just like my Vampire Lord. So, and then on the far left, she's got 10 demon princes. Not 10 demon princes, 10 demonettes, and then 6 flamers. So that's what that looks like. And here's how I set up my guys to begin with. Oh yeah, I forgot I brung dogs. So there's another 80 points there, just on the side. So I set them up and vanguarded them first, so I had to set the Graveguard up behind them. My Vampire Lord and Necromancer are both out of units, because she really doesn't have a lot of shooting, and that shield of Talos gives me a 1-up armor save against shooting. I'm not really worried about getting picked off. So I set up like this. Oh, and I left my Corpse Cart at home. It somehow didn't make it into my car that day, so I borrowed a Tomb King's chariot from the store, and that's what it is right now today. And I put both my White Kings in that unit, so they get the +1 to hit. I mean, why not? And I set them right beside each other. So I'll Vanguard up. That's what it looks like to start with. Another picture. And I took a picture of my I took a picture of my cards so I knew exactly what spells I had this time. So Invocation and Raise Dead went to the Necromancer. So Necromancer has Raise Dead and Invocation, and Vampire Lord has Invocation and 1, 2, and 3. So so reroll to hit, reroll to wound, and a magic missile. It's pretty cool. I was actually kind of happy with that. I really didn't want to worry about Curse of Years or the magical vortex spell. I don't see a lot of use for it in this game. So she moves up, and she's in my face very quickly. She gets some stuff off in the magic phase that I can't stop simply because she rolled a 12 or something crazy like that. She moves up, and she shuffles forward over here because she knows I'll be able to get a charge off. So she doesn't. She's being hesitant at the moment, and I understand why. Another picture. Another picture. I think I turned off my flash that time. Alright, so this is me moving forward. I took my Vampire Lord, moved her behind the Graveguard, through the skeletons. So she's still got the bubble and everything. Turned my corpse card and brought him over here. My zombies did not move forward because she got the, she took, her Herald and the Zinch unit took fire. And he's got the flaming cage. Yeah. So I didn't, it starts out with 6d6, excuse me, 6, up to 6 hits, and I mean she rolled a 6 and she killed 3 zombies. And if I had moved in my turn, I wouldn't have, every zombie would have took strength 4 hit, and that's not good, so I didn't want that to happen. So I just kind of held my line here and moved up the Graveguard. Better picture. So I charged on my turns, and flamers are bad. So I had one dog that actually made it there. Yeah, it was kind of crazy. So that's what happened on the left flank. Slowed down the flamers for 1 turn. So in my turn, I use the Rod of Flaming Death and go, okay, fine. We're gonna play that way. I used the Rod of Flaming Death on the Bloodletters, and I got off. She couldn't dispel anything this game. I felt like, but I got Van Hales off, and because I got Van Hales off, everything has Always Strike First here, and then I got the Staff of Damnation off. So the skeletons and the Graveguard each have an additional attack apiece. They can always strike first, and they can reroll to hit. Yeah. So then the curse book went off. Well, the curse book went off first, but the curse book went off, and she decided she didn't want to dispel it. So the Bloodletters not only are going to get tore up, but they're at -1 strength, -1 toughness. So I had, yeah, Soul Blight. That's what it was. Flamers destroy that puppy, and she moves up accordingly on her turn. So she's moving around, and she's gonna start whittling this Graveguard down. It's probably the best idea. Here's another picture. She moves her Demon Prince over, just a little bit, I think. Yeah, and then the Flamers go to town on the Graveguard. Yeah, not a big deal. So on my turn, I go ahead and charge. And since I got Van Hales off, I went ahead and moved my corpse card up and over. And the zombies went forward 8 inches. I reformed my skeletons and made a big horse-shaped bunker, basically. So my Vampire Lord's there. She's in within 6 inches of the unit, so she doesn't have to do big spells. If she doesn't want to. The corpse card's there on the left-hand side. Now, its flank is exposed, of course, to those flamers, but the only thing I need to do is survive it for 1 turn. And you'll see why, because I've got it set up so that it'll basically be going right along the side of the building there, but not in combat. So, yep. And my magic phase, I got off done a whole lot. I think it was Van Hale's and Hellish Vigor. I didn't get Hellish Vigor off, but I got Van Hale's off. And Staff of Damnation went off. So, after all is said and done, I killed 12 of the 12 bloodletters, and she kills off about the same amount of Graveguard because she went first, and those extra attacks really helped. Since they had hatred, they could reroll to hit as well. So they whooped up on me, and I whooped up on them. Fortunately enough for me, I can bring models back, and well, she can't. So nothing else really significantly happens. They move around. There's the dead bloodletters. Demonettes come up to the side of the building. Second round of combat. This time I've got Van Hale's off. I brung just 2 models back for Graveguard, and I got the Staff of Damnation off, Van Hale's, and Hellish Vigor. 1 combat and 3 reformed. Hopefully I'll pop them through combat res the next turn. I got in a challenge with the Herald and actually survived. I think I've got 1 wound on me, and I get it back next turn because of Lord Vampires, but nothing too big, so no killing blows going off yet. I whiffed my attacks. Corpse Carts moves up. I use the skeletons to screen. The zombies go in there. So they're gonna try and whoop up on those pink horrors there. Yeah, so then I do the exact same combo again. Van Hale's and then Hellish Vigor, and I bring more models back. And not only that, the zombies can reroll to hit and reroll to wound. And have always strike first because of the corpse card over here on the grave card. So yeah, doing pretty good now. She just can't stop the magic phase because she's got 3 level 2s, but I've got a level 4 and all that magic going off. There's nothing she can do. She can let 1 thing go by, but if she does, it's going to be a hex spell or an augment spell. So, I mean, she really just has to choose, and I think she keeps dispelling the stuff from the Curse book, because I keep getting Soul Blight and Curse of the Midnight Wind. So, I mean, those are kind of big ones, making her reroll to hit or going down in strength and toughness. It's kind of a big deal. I mean, and then I'm just throwing excess amount of dice, and she can't top my level and the amount of dice. So far, the magic phase is going really well. I think in this, she only kills like 4 zombies for some reason. It's kind of crazy. She whiffs her attacks, and I don't do any wound. I don't know. I think I do 3 or 4, and then getting past her 4+ ward save. But then since through combat res, I think she loses 2 more. So I fluff them. Her flamers get on top of the hill on the far left, and they can actually see over the skeletons, so they can shoot at the vampire lord. And I don't understand why she did that. And she actually got a wound through. I think she did like 6 wounds, but you know, with a 2+ armor save at that point because of her her shots are strength 4. It was just better that way. Yeah, she only got a wound through, which I'll get back because of the Lord Vampire's attribute. She flies her Demon Prince behind my Necromancer and try to mess with him. And her demons charged into my skeletons, and I popped them. And then I charged them. Her stand and shoot was awesome. So it completely murdered some skeletons on the charge up there. And then I go ahead and this is after me charging. And it was kind of funny too, because After everything was said and done, I charged the flank, and I did some wounds because I had both White Kings over there. And I had a charge, 3 ranks, a banner. She didn't have a banner anymore. And the number of wounds I did, she needed double ones. I said, go ahead and roll to see if you're going to pop. Because I haven't rolled for my zombies yet, since they had always strike last. She rolled double ones. So I was forced to go ahead and roll for the zombies. So that took a little bit more time. But luckily the zombies killed both of the Changeling, the Herald, and the last pink whore with reroll to hit and reroll to wound. So yeah, thank God for rerolls. I moved my Necromancer back 4 inches. It kind of made her mad. I understand though. And I'm pretty sure that's the game. So I don't think there's a slide after this. I hope you enjoyed it. If you have any questions about the list, I can get them from her. Or any more questions, just let me know. Hope you enjoyed it.